I am 30 years old, I've just quit my job, and I'm working from this tiny little bedroom. A little workspace there. Let's get ready for story time.
It's Chloe's crafts. It's Chloe's crafts. It's Chloe's crafts.
Tell me, what is it that you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? This Mary Oliver quote has changed my life, and I'll get to that later. Let's get to story time. Apologies right now, I do have a cold, so if I am a bit croaky or I need a drink, I'm just going to have to take it. I was working as a teaching assistant, and don't get me wrong, it is an incredibly rewarding job. However, it drained me. I'm not gonna lie. I was absolutely shattered on a daily basis, and I would wake up not only tired, I'd wake up angry because all I wanted to do is create, whether it was creating art or creating content. And especially on a really beautiful day, I'd be like angry because I had to go work somewhere else for 8 hours, come back, and I'd be even more drained. I would come home and I would try to create, don't get me wrong. Oh, I'll just move these. Blah, blah, blah. I would come home and I would try to create. I would get my paints out or I'd get my camera out and try and do a little bit of footage. Not only was it dark, so it was really, really hard to do that in the winter, but I was just exhausted. I would sit there and I would paint and it would come out pretty rubbish. So not only that, I was really worried. I was worried about my co-workers seeing me, and I was really worried about the students seeing me as well. The thought of them running up to me and going, "Miss, I saw you on YouTube," or "Miss, I saw you on TikTok," absolutely filled me with dread, and I just felt like I could not create the content and be who I was because of that. I am sure that everyone can relate to being absolutely exhausted after their job. I mean, there are a lot harder jobs than being a teaching assistant, but I knew deep down that I needed to create art, and I needed to not live that life of being dictated to as well. So, you have to be up you have to be up and at work by 8, you have to have your dinner at this time. And I have taken on a part-time job, so in some respects I do have that as well. But I just wanted that freedom as well. And I wanted to build my own routine and focus my work around me so that I could create. Sorry, I'm gonna have to have some water. So, where were we? So I'd wanted to create the life that I dreamed of, basically, being able to do my own thing, create when I wanted to create content when I wanted to create art when I wanted to create, work out when I want to work out, have my dinner when I want to have my dinner. So I wanted that freedom as well as that energy and that time to create. And having that job, having a full-time job, and being able to try and create and try and run a small business alongside that, it was too much for me. I could not do that. I'm sure some people can, but it wasn't for me. I was tired, I was angry. So I had to take some actions towards that. So I showed this to you earlier. This is a quote by Mary Oliver. Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one and wild, precious life? I first heard this quote when I was at work and the CEO was delivering a speech. And as soon as I heard it, it was like the penny dropped. I was like, my life is not wild, and it should be. We do only get one. It's not wild, it's stable. And I was too tired to make it precious. You know, I was too tired to do the things that I wanted to do. And they're the things that make life precious. It was a wake-up call for me. I printed it out and I put it in my mirror, and I put it in my work planner, and I put it in my personal planner. I looked at that quote every single day. It made me really, really realise, what am I doing with my one wild and precious life? So, I have to take some more water. 2 months later, after religiously looking and reading out that quote every single day, I made the leap. I have changed to a part-time cleaning role, which is a lot less hours. So the whole morning, absolutely the whole morning, I have to myself to do what I want and build on my business. I mean, it wasn't an easy decision to make. Like I said earlier, being a teaching assistant, is incredibly rewarding, and you are changing lives and you do make a difference. However, getting caught up about thinking about everybody else, and I wanted to think about myself and what was right for me. I do not have a perfect plan. I barely have a plan, actually. But I thought, I got the first job that I applied for. I worked out that I'm probably going to be not that much less money worse off monthly, yet it's allowed me to breathe again, get my energy back, and just feel excited again about my one wild and precious life. I'm not gonna lie, this journey I know full well is not going to be the easiest. I've got the very basics. I've got a phone, I've got some paints, and I've got my own little desk now. I am working out my tiny little bedroom, but I think we all have to start somewhere. Everybody started somewhere. And now that I've been given the gift of time, I feel that I can really build that up and, start when I'm getting more of an income coming in, be able to start getting a camera. I'll be able to, hopefully one day get a little art studio. I'm hoping to monetize my YouTube one day. I know that my YouTube skills aren't the best at the moment, but I am learning and I am willing to adapt and willing to learn to make sure that I do progress in the future. Overall, I don't think it matters what you have in the beginning. What matters is that you just start. Right now, I am just figuring it all out, but I am starting on a journey of living my life on my own terms, earning my own money and building on my dreams. I am pursuing my life and making it wild, and I'm making it precious. I am making this video for me, but I'm also making it for others who are waiting for the perfect time. The Mary Oliver quote is always going to be that reminder for me to keep going. It's a massive step in the direction that I wanted to take. So my one wild and precious life for me, it's taking that leap, following my dreams and sharing my journey with you. If you are waiting for the perfect moment, I really do hope that this video gives you that encouragement to take that first leap even if it's going to be messy. So now you need to ask yourself, what are you going to do with your one wild and precious life? If you want to follow me on my journey, hit subscribe, hit the like button, and let's hope that my dreams do come true. I also wanted to say I couldn't have done this without the support of my lovely boyfriend and my family, so thank you to them as well.
Crafts. It's Chloe's crafts. It's Chloe's crafts.